you know?
Yeah, Tokido came out of the gate in Street Fighter V as one of the best. He was second place to Infiltration a couple of times at the very start.
Right.
And that's after many years of being one of the best players in a ton of different games. But in SF4, towards the end, he really had to work on the ground and the footsies. And he did. And now, with Ryu in this game, he makes them count. So Du's going with Guile, not Nash. I really like that he is sticking with Guile. Okay, I don't feel like this is any kind of a gimmick. I think Guile's really strong. And I do think he has a lot of good things to say against Ryu. I like his fireballs. I think he has reasonable defense. I like his mid-range. He can set up pressure for himself. I don't really think. Well, I don't really know why people don't think he's good. I'm gonna be honest. Not entirely clear to me.
It's mostly what it comes down to is that his buttons, a lot of them are negative, and they're very stubby.
He's not a Russian director.
Yeah. But
unless this happens. So once this happens and you can really set things up, he's still in there. Yeah. You know, he has some really interesting patterns.
Oh, there we go. And one of the beautiful things about what makes this matchup good for Guile is that a V-skill fireball at no cost of any meter will be will nullify an EX fireball from Ryu. And if Ryu just throws a regular fireball, then Guile gets the pressure off of that. So he just deals really well with that fireball game that Ryu has. And as we mentioned, the grappler brawler Ryu turns out not to be the better style of Ryu.
It doesn't seem like it now. Yeah, Tokido had success with it early. Other people were playing it too. Not really anymore. Ooh, patience by NuckleDu. Yeah. Tokido was looking for something big and it didn't come. So now, Du, if he finds an opening, he can... Okay, yeah, here comes. Now, will he set something up?
Oh, that was nice. I like that.
Very cool. And to approach, he looked like he wanted the anti-air, like he had the right idea. And whatever button he hit, it was not the right one. And Tokido takes it in the round.
I mean, that's a thing that you have to have with Guile, right? The lack of fear to go for anti-air. We saw it in Street Fighter 4, where guys would do last-second crouch finishes. You can do that kind of here in this game as well, but the one power that Ryu does have, that jumping leg.
You know, I really like that as a way to whiff underneath people jumping in. And now, great punish.
Yeah. Right when I talked about how good that jumping leg kick is, that's what Tokido, that's what NuckleDu low profiled it.
Oh, Du had a missed anti-air. Oh, he held it the whole way! Very interesting by Tokido. Again, he's actually holding it.
Try to get the stun with the overhead, not gonna happen. And I like that timing on the V-skill meaty. Again, that's the same situation we saw earlier.
Right.
Here comes NuckleDu.
Very close now.
Look at this fireball!
Oh, the timing on the jump! There were 3 big jumps by Tokido in that game, and that's, I feel like, the difference, were those jumps.
Yeah. And it's so funny, too, because, like, you know, in all the older Street Fighter 2 games, you see Fireball Wars, and it's just like, okay, Hadouken, Sonic Boom, Hadouken, Sonic. Once you add that V-skill in there and those EX fireballs, all of a sudden, like, that fireball battle whenever Guile's involved, it's, like, so exciting.
I like it, yeah.
Nice whip punish from NuckleDu, but then unfortunately got crush counter swept, and so Kido's gonna get out of the corner. Nice use of the EX flash kick, does have true invincibility. Regular flash kicks are not invincible until the active frame.
I'm surprised to see the V reversal in that situation. A lot of people have tech to work against that.
Oh, that's gonna be punished, yes. Good reaction from NuckleDu. Oh, he could have baited out the jump with the flash kick.
Okay, so, you know, NuckleDu is trying things. He's trying different anti-airs, he's trying different timings, and I almost feel like towards the end there, he got some ideas about how to approach this better, but we'll see if that does pay off. Tokido staying grounded. We're seeing a lot of movement from Tokido as he gets up, and that's starting to become something that NuckleDu was taking advantage of.
Oh, he's just gonna do it. Wake up super. Uppercut in the super.
No whiff punish.
Oh, nice. There's that crouch pierce anti-air. Again. And now throwing out those sonic booms. Yeah, and look at the damage.
And the setup afterward into what? Just trying to hit some buttons there. That's all he wanted.
Yeah, the V-trigger EX sonic boom is so nice because you can do so much punish damage from a screen away.
So like I said, I do think that Du is starting to figure out some of these timings. Tokido clearly wanted to move forward there, and Du, rather than throwing another fireball, went in with so bad.
That's right. So he's tied it up 1-1. Remember, this is best of 5, so you got to get to 3 in order to advance forward here in top 16.
Round 1.
Alright, going right back into it. No character changes from either. Don't expect Tokido to leave Ryu. Nice auto-corrected uppercut.
Yeah, very, very nice, very nice.
Just a punch to the face. Crush counter. And then a dash-up throw from Tokido. No fear. And then a wake-up uppercut from NuckleDu. Counter no fear.
There's a lot of gutsy play right now.
I love it when both players just go all in, but then Tokido getting the cross-up into the huge damage for Ryu.
So Tokido with his own response to NuckleDu changing up some of the timings. That jump there was not the same timing that Tokido had jumped in before. NuckleDu was trying to take control of the ground, but Tokido had the air approach instead.
You see the advantage of Guile's fireball recovering very well, even though Ryu got the EX fireball through, Guile's still able to block. Beautiful anti-air with the low fierce.
Oh no, you always hate to see that. Well,
shout-outs to Mr. Chris Matrix and the audience. You hate to see this sort of thing happen.
sort. You know, what are you going to do? It happens sometimes.
Well, we got to figure out whose controller caused that, potentially.
Yeah, we'll see what they end up with on this. Player 2 confirmed.
All right. So, unfortunately for Liquid NuckleDu, that basically means that Tokido gets a free round.
Yes.
And he was already up 1 round, if I'm not mistaken.
I think you're right. I think that means it's 2-1 Tokido right now.
That's the general rule. Now, a lot of people at home who might not be familiar with that rule may be wondering, why is that the rule? Well, it's because, you know, if you leave it to the players to decide, like, oh, let's just play it out or whatever like that, whenever someone does take the round, you know, it's like, why are you such a, why would you take the round? Why?
Yeah.
You know, but a lot of situations, you don't want to leave that decision into the players' hands, so you just build it into the rule, and there we go. So it is going to be 2-1 in Tokido's favor.
It's a big loss for NuckleDu right there. Very lucky for Tokido.
Round 1.
But that's it. As I mentioned, I really like some of the changes that Tokido had made in his gameplay even before that, so I thought he was looking all right in that game.
Right. Worst part about it is that happened right at the beginning of round. Only way it could have been worse is if the NuckleDu had this huge lead when it happened. Uh-oh, gets the cross-up. He's going to confirm into the Tatsu. Oh, good punish. And then gets the crush counter. Fierce. Knuckles to the face.
What movement? Very interesting timing to move forward. Tokido was ready for it.
Oh, nice. And you see how fast you can charge up for the splash kick in this game. It's a tool that I'm not sure that I see enough Guiles take advantage of.
I love the EX as a whiff punisher too, by the way. I think that's really nice.
It's so fast. Ooh, but
no, he went for it anyway. This is bad news for NuckleDu. Tokido, will he take it on this? Not quite. Very close, though.
Oh, but then he just gets him with a couple of crouch light punches, and now Tokido is at match point. Yeah, there we go, flash kick. You have to get good at timing that flash kick. Like I said, the regular one is not invincible at the startup. It's invincible on the active frames, so you can't do it too late.
More of a zoning heavy style right now from Du. Is that the intention?
Looks like it. Oh, it goes for that same crush counter setup that he's had before. Didn't work out that time. And yeah, NuckleDu's timing on when he decides to go forward on the offense a little bit with the Sobat is really good. I really like his timing with that.
He mixes it up well.
But unfortunately, if it is blocked, he is kind of negative, so you do have to respect the opponent afterwards.
Tokido continues to fish for stand roundhouse. He's been hit a lot on the whiff, but rarely punished well, so he keep it up, why not?
I don't know if I've ever seen 2 EX fireballs like get past each other and they both got hit. Oh, the crush counter, he's going to be able to get, oh, he goes for a setup instead of the damage. And again, you see how fast he can charge up for that, just hoping Tokido stood up in the middle of that. Oh,
very similar as to the previous round.
Saving that meter.
Patience from NuckleDu. He's taking so much gray life. Look at this. Oh,
again.
What a read!
Oh, that's going to do it. That's the same setup Tokido used before, holding the fireball.